It's 5 o'clock Mountain Time. That means it's time for Tom and Shane, business and politics. And our topic today: what are aliens made of? What are aliens made of? Tom and Shane, happy to have you along with us. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it very much. And alien life. The U.S. government's they're going to open Project Blue Book, or they're going to be more transparent about what they see in the skies. Shane, do you honestly think there are extraterrestrials visiting our planet?
Well, it's a great topic to have right now,
Mhm.
mostly because of the importance that we rank in intelligent being, a sentient being. You know, we're two dimensional. That's fine, but we have thumbs and hands, so we can build things, and we have a brain.
We're actually three-dimensional. We have height, width, and length.
Yeah, but we can't fly.
Sure,
We
we
can
can.
jump. We can jump, and we can walk forward and backward and sideways. That's about
Yeah.
it. Anyway, that's not what's important. What's important is the body that we have it's basically a sack of water, 60%,
Mhm.
and it's
Mhm.
40.
Yeah.
It's like 11 gallons of water,
Yeah.
and then you have 19 liters of other things that make up
Mhm.
other types of fluids, and
Mhm.
we have like 3.2 liters of body plasma and 8 liters of intestinal fluid, and on, 23 liters of fluid inside the cells. So by weight, it's quite remarkable. Tom's got
Yeah.
the numbers to tell
Mhm.
you what in specific.
Yeah. For our people on our audio portion listening, oxygen 65%, carbon 18.5, hydrogen 9.5, nitrogen 3.3%. Those are the four main elements. As Shane rightly points out, there are other ones. But every part of our bodies are comprised of chains of atoms, carbon atoms, which is why we are a carbon based life form, Shane.
And what makes it fascinating is because of what's happened in our generation, which is
Mm.
everything.
Yeah.
The periodic table has been put together of the elements on the planet and the
Mhm.
universe based
Mhm.
on all the studies they've done, satellites
Mhm.
they've launched, exploring other planets and
Mhm.
incredibly exploring ours, mostly from drilling for oil. The geologists will learn so much because
Mhm.
even on 20,000 feet, all that,
Mhm.
all of it, that you can get a core sample and look at all that. It tells you, the age of the planet, which they've
Mhm.
learned, age of
Yeah.
the universe. All these things are relevant. So to consider the potential of other life in the universe,
Mhm.
um, I don't think that there are any other missing elements to the periodic table we don't know about. So it's an
Mhm.
interesting consideration. Now, carbon is a primary component for life.
Mhm.
45 to 50% of all dry biomass on the planet is carbon,
Yeah.
and it's abundant. And the
Mhm.
complex biological molecules
Yeah.
of carbon atoms bond
Mhm.
easier with other elements,
Yeah.
especially oxygen, hydrogen. I mean, there's planets
Mhm.
like the gas giants, Saturn,
Mhm.
Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter, the outer force. They're
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
solid, hydrogen and oxygen
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
nitrogen and
Even Pluto's an ice planet. I guess it's
that's right.
not a
The
real
only rock
not a real
planet.
planet. I guess.
That's right. The only planets with rock and therefore gravity are,
Yeah.
Mercury and Venus
Yeah.
and Earth and Mars. So it's a great
Yeah.
topic just to have a giggle with people to
Yeah.
talk about this because
Mhm.
even if you're a biologist, you're trying to figure out why is this so important. Well, it's
Mhm.
because carbon is lightweight and relative
Mhm.
in size compared to other elements.
Yeah.
And carbon molecules are easy for enzymes to manipulate, which
Mhm.
happen in ponds and over time, billions of years, millions of years,
Yeah.
100 million. And it's
Yeah.
infrequently amused. I mean, it's sort of the elements are sort of amused by astrology in
Mhm.
in that life exists elsewhere in the universe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
so
doubt. I don't. I
yes.
don't doubt. I don't doubt for a second life exists. Bruce says we have no idea. It's all a best guess. Theory hasn't been disproven, and we have advanced. We have advanced not much, I guess, maybe since Adam and Eve. To get back to what I was saying, I don't dispute that there's life in the universe. I dispute that the idea of intelligent life in the universe, and that intelligent life with the vastness of space, distances, time, all of the, all of the physics stuff. Uh, for intelligent life to be able to fly over here and talk to us in the vast expense of the number of planets, I find that to be extremely remote.
Well, and that's true because in 1998, the Hubble was pointed in one dark spot, and it was called a wide angle shot for 7 days left there. And when they opened it up, everything
Mhm.
changed.
Yeah.
Astrophysics changed, astrology, astronomy, it all
Yeah.
changed
Mhm.
because there were literally untold number of galaxies.
Oh
It's in
yeah,
the
sure.
it's in like insects on the planet. It's
Yeah.
probably in the quadrillion number. It's not
Yeah.
a trillion
So
number. It's,
so are the
so yeah,
planets and everything else. So
that's
yeah,
right.
so
So
true. So
alignment and the
yeah.
possibility of it, and of course studying
Mhm. Mhm.
astrology or astronomy
Yeah.
and astrologic science
Yeah.
and is
Yeah.
so remarkable because you learn how planets were formed,
Well, sure.
and
Yeah.
they were formed with all these elements and collisions that 4 billion
Mhm.
years ago our planet was created. And so
Nan
yeah, it's a great subject. It's just that is
Nancy wonders why such a subject when the world news is spinning. Well,
yeah,
it was Shane's idea, Nancy. He's
that's
the
right.
one that came up with this topic, so
I
blame
have
him for it.
blame me
Craig
because
Craig says James Carville is proof of alien life. I would have to agree with that. James is pretty weird. No one knows what a space alien would look like. Stephen Hawking said he thought they would be parasites, and I agree.
I agree.
They
Yeah.
might be. Yeah,
Well,
that's
with the
very possible.
remarkable discovery in our generation again of
Yeah,
studying, we're at what something like 70% of the oceans and the ocean floors,
yeah.
and particularly around volcanoes, the stuff that we never thought possible could grow
Hmm.
is growing in enzymes, and then on the surface, in foul pools of water or on the beach in a pool in the salt water, all
Hmm.
kinds of enzymes. They're everywhere. So
Oh yeah.
it's a fascinating
Hmm.
reality to look at life
Hmm.
in terms of science because none of this is
Yeah.
theory. Everything we're discussing
Well,
today is
yeah. Most
factual.
of
It's just it's the
mo-
universe.
yeah, most of it's been proven.
Yeah.
We haven't explored the full depths of the ocean yet because it's too
No.
deep to go down and look at what's down
Well, yeah,
there.
we're not capable, and we
And
don't have the equipment.
but when you look at Earth as a planet, we have extremes of 130, 140 in Death Valley and other places on the
Mhm.
planet. We've got below zero in certain areas. And some places are snow covered year round. Other places are hot year round.
Mhm.
We are kind of a um, that very existence is the reason I believe intelligent life might be out there. I mean, I think life could be on millions of planets, plant life, animal life, whatever, biological life, or microscopic, the germs and things like that. But intelligent life, man, conditions have to be absolutely perfect, Shane, for millions of years
Well, that's because
for
yeah,
intelligent life to exist.
right, because of the theory of evolution. But
Yeah.
the great oxymoron of our planet, we have a lot, but I like this one. What's the driest place on the planet? And it's Antarctica. And you go,
Yeah.
what? How is that? That doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
to us, but it is.
It's too cold to snow or rain,
That's right. There you go. And that's
but it's wind, it's ocean currents, it's all sorts of things.
well,
That
these elements can exist in three different states:
Mhm.
frozen,
Sure.
gaseous,
Yeah.
and liquid.
Yeah.
So again, that adds to the ability to create life.
Hmm.
Now that they're saying that discovery on Mars may have actually found some water.
Yeah.
That's just this last week. NASA announced
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
And if they find water, both on the moon and Mars, and what people like Elon Musk with SpaceX and so forth will have
Hmm.
reason to why not go visit?
Well, sure. Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, if we
I
can,
mean,
uh,
here's
it,
another
it
oxymoron.
does. It
The
hardly costs anything at all to go there.
Yeah,
So
the one thing the government's never told anyone, you can find it if you look, but the moon is a minefield, not the minefield we're used to,
yeah.
but literally on the surface, a minefield of elements, diamonds and rare stones like diamonds and rubies
Hmm.
and all types of minerals that to begin with mining, they just have to
Yeah.
scoop and dump the dust and
Hmm.
send it back home. So, or build some stuff there. So, all these
Yeah.
things are relevant to what we're talking about, but we're sort of being, you know, human.
Well,
We're a speciesists.
yeah.
We're
Well,
species. We believe in our species. What can I tell you?
I don't believe in them. I don't believe in anybody in Washington. That's for sure. The
Mm.
speed of 24,600 miles per hour, Shane, or a trip to Mars will take about 7 months and 300 million miles. So put that in your ditty bag.
Yeah, well, and what is it? Millions of miles even to Jupiter, which is there's nothing there. It's just a frozen
Yeah.
piece of
Well, that's what I'm going to
nitrogen,
say. We're
hydrogen.
very limited.
Yeah,
We're very limited, both by we discovered that people on the space stations change their DNA.
that's
We don't
right.
know about space travel.
And we're there's moons around the gas giants
Hmm.
again,
Yeah,
Saturn,
sure.
Neptune, Uranus, and
Hmm.
Jupiter that are the size of Earth and could possibly have life too. But those will have
Hmm.
to be explored. It's that famous story from you know well, the movie. That the guy did. I can't. I went out of my head about the robot that went wild on the trip to Mars or whatever.
Oh yeah, 2001 Space
Thank
Odyssey.
you.
Yeah,
And it's a fine example of artificial
yeah.
intelligence because that's what that movie was about.
Well,
And
that proves
yeah,
we can't use artificial intelligence to go to the moon or
that's
to
right.
Mars or anywhere else if Hal won't open the goddamn pay door.
Exactly. So it's throughout science fiction, which has come to be real and not theorized, but actual science.
Yeah,
It's been a remarkable generation. I've enjoyed my 68 years. I wake up every day learning something. It's
yeah, me
phenomenal.
too. So, well, we have to. It's our job, sort of.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. But I like this
Yeah,
stuff to learn about and
yeah,
read and
yeah,
try and. I mean, we only use like 10% of our brain, so I'm trying to fill mine
yeah,
maybe with
yeah.
20.
Well, I don't know. I think that 10% of our brain's a myth, but look it up. I think you'll find a lot more of our brain is in use for other. It's not for thinking, but
No, but
it's for other
I'm talking
things.
about
Yeah,
in terms of thinking, yeah,
yeah,
and processing and being
yeah,
intelligent, not artificial, but intelligent. Like,
yeah. Well, well,
but we can also reason and that helps us make
sort of.
decisions. Well, it helps us make decisions. So
That's true.
when you're putting
Yeah.
together complex
Hmm.
modules or uh,
Yeah.
solar panels or boards for computers or spaceships or electric cars.
Yeah. Or how to hold the bird water container under the faucet so when you walk over and put it back, the hook will be on the right side.
That's right.
So there you are.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
It's so it's a wondrous world and a wondrous
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other time that I would want to have
Yeah.
been around
I
it that
just
I've been.
yeah,
I've had a great time.
I just think it's odd that supposedly that spaceship crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, back, or wherever it was in
Yeah, that's where it was.
1950s, and you would think there's got to be a bad pilot somewhere. I mean, come down someplace in China or somewhere.
Well, yeah, and
and
the
proof
other
beyond a doubt. You know,
and then the other thing is, if there was intelligent life, which there could have been, that someone would have come looking for them. I mean, I don't think that reason
mhm,
is
yeah,
wrong to assume of other alien
yeah,
races they wouldn't leave a
mhm,
man behind.
yeah.
That's one of
Oh,
our
some
military.
yeah, some people believe that there's a mothership sitting behind the moon.
Of
You know,
course,
since it always faces the same way to us, it doesn't rotate. So they're sitting back there behind the moon and sending these little spacecraft in to check us out. So
except we've sent satellites and gone around the moon and looked the other
I
side. And,
know. Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
saying that
same with
that's
the rogue planet on the other side of the sun.
yeah,
Totally possible.
yeah,
Haven't seen it, but
yeah.
people have talked about that for 50 years.
Well, we need to send up one of those balloons to sit out there in space and watch whatever goes by when we're on the other side of the sun.
Well, that's why this is a great topic. There's one
Mhm.
apparently over Hawaii.
Well,
Another
that's what
one.
I heard today, but they think it's just a weather balloon.
Of
So
course it
I don't know.
is. I mean, that's what always.
So yeah, even if there was intelligent life, which I doubt, visiting us, the language issue would be quite a challenge. Um,
Well, I think numbers are universal. I mean, I don't think
well, measurements certainly
ones and
are.
twos or
Yeah,
X's and O's. And I
yeah,
think the
mhm,
language of the universe is music. I
yeah,
really do. I think that any sentient being out there would create some form of music, because because we have. I think everything we've done,
yeah,
others will have done as well. So I put it in the perspective of how is it relevant,
yeah.
to the rest of the
Yeah,
universe.
I'm trying to picture little Kim communicating with ET, you know, or
Uh,
Snoop Dogg. Well, apparently on Earth, women are bitches.
that's right. That's
There
right.
we are.
Yeah,
That's what they're going to learn from us.
that it will come down to that.
If music's going to be the communication, we're in trouble. We
Well,
got to get
but
rid of these guys.
the other thing that has to be considered too is that if their intelligence is out there that's capable of coming here, then
Hmm.
they're capable of seeing our history because it's everywhere.
Yeah,
It's on, it's in space all over the place with the radio,
yeah.
television that's beamed out there. So,
Oh yeah,
they'd probably look at us, not if they're sort of like a peaceful people. I
you
think they'd look at us and go, I don't think I want them
yeah.
as neighbors.
You probably remember the cookbook episode of the Twilight Zone, um, yeah, where the people people came down to visit us and
Yes.
how to serve man.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so it's one of these
yeah,
things. Will they come to us in peace or not? Will they
yeah,
be benevolent or will they be
yeah,
malevolent? And
yeah,
King Solomon was benevolent, and he threatened to cut
yeah,
the baby, and the first woman that spoke, it was her baby.
yeah.
And malevolent is everything we see from Star Wars to
Oh,
what you
yeah.
just mentioned. I mean, right? Like
I'm sorry. I you know
galactic warfare. That's
I've never been a big Star Wars fan, but one of the
Well, I'm
things that
making reference about
I understand, I just want to make a point, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Only
But
one per show because
thanks.
you keep
Well, I'm going to make
speaking.
two, but
Oh, all
anyway,
right.
the it's my show.
Oh,
I'm running the thing, so
oh, that's right. It is.
that makes
You
it
forgot.
mine. But I'm sorry, Star Wars with tail gunners. I'm sorry, that's not going to work. Some guy sitting in the back of a Star Wars thing manually firing. No,
Well, it
that's
makes
not
for
good.
a good movie. It's
It
Hollywood.
makes for a suck movie. Independence Day, we fly up to the mothership and miraculously we can communicate with their computer with our computer.
What
I mean
about
that
Jurassic? What about the Jurassic Park series? That was
well, that's more
entertaining.
believable at least. You know, at
Pretty
least they've got
entertaining.
a DNA that they could recreate. You know, they're trying to do that now. They've got
With mammoths. Yeah, they're trying to.
they're collecting and keeping
Hmm.
DNA and eggs and whatever of various species in case they are gone.
That's
But
right. I mean,
yeah,
elephants have been on our planet, They
Yeah.
for only like 6 million years, but the woolly mammoth that
Yeah.
survived all
Mhm.
kinds of
Yeah.
extinction events up until
Mhm.
they think maybe less than 100 million
Yeah.
years ago. So,
Well,
yeah,
Bruce makes a good suggestion talking about War of the Worlds. That movie,
great movie.
I would beam that into space, telling the aliens, "Hey, it's pretty damn dangerous here at Earth. If you're we we got some killer diseases here that you don't
That's
want to
right.
mess with."
Yeah,
I mean,
we've survived them. You may not.
that's right. You get the common cold, you're screwed.
Well, that's why, again, back to the very beginning, why we thought this would be a good topic is
Hmm.
I think that was one of the mad fascinations that, War of the Worlds and how they came up with the ending was brilliant.
Yeah, that
Because
was. Yeah.
what we've survived as a
Hmm.
species, as far as, the three things, viruses and
Yeah.
bacteria and mushroom diseases,
Yeah.
it's a fragile yet unique situation, but I don't know that it's been copied.
Mhm.
I would find it highly difficult
Which
to
one?
believe that there's another similar species to us.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
they
I
would
would
be,
be I would be surprised too.
and clearly,
Mhm.
carbon or even, as I said, calcium based, but
Mhm.
we don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's other that the scientists believe can support life. Nitrogen is one. They that might be an alternative to life. Metals, they would exist at high temperatures, certain conditions, things like that. We would be unlikely to survive that. And their ships, their ships are going to have to maintain whatever atmosphere they have,
Well, that's
whatever
right,
it
and because
is.
we live in a very narrow band for our
Yeah, yeah,
species,
yeah.
we can only deal with a certain amount of pressure. I mean, we can only
Mhm.
deep dive, free dive 90 feet
Yeah, yeah.
because of water pressure. We can't go any lower.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
if you do go lower with the equipment, you got to be careful, and then you got to mix with nitrogen. All this is
How
learned in
you
our
come up?
generation,
Yeah. Oh
and you
yeah.
got to come up slowly, or the nitrogen in your body will
Yeah.
kill you. And
Don't come up
so
faster than your bubbles.
that's right. And so, and then you talk about altitude.
Yeah.
So it's not just water pressure; it's air pressure.
G forces.
The light band is very narrow for our
Mhm,
eyes.
mhm,
The combination of the
mm,
oxygen in the air that we breathe,
yeah,
all these things make us a very, um, you know, uh, unsustainable sort of
mhm.
long term in space. And as you say, now
Mm.
we know, being in space a year, your DNA changes. So
Yeah, it certainly
all
can,
these
yeah.
things make man very limited in his ability.
Best Hollywood aliens, according to Nancy, Signs, Arrival, and Predator. I like
Arrival was
Predator.
great.
I like that Predator guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Arrival was a
Predator
good
was good.
movie too. Yeah, Arrival
Predator
was
was
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made sense.
They
The
do,
great
yeah,
thing with
sure.
Hollywood,
Yeah,
Aliens was great because it made sense. And
yeah,
so it was like
mhm,
Jaws,
yeah, yeah.
it's one of these incredible abilities. Avatar,
Mhm.
look at Avatar. I mean,
Well, yeah, I don't know.
it's quite, no, but I'm just saying
Well, that's
the
Disney.
idea of it.
That's Disney. What do you expect from them? You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
don't know anything.
right.
They're
Yeah, go
losers.
back to sinking ships, right? There you
Right.
go.
Yeah. Stick with Mickey and Minnie and get out of the other business, because you're just screwing up your brand.
That's right. Exactly. So
Yeah. Now we got a Black Mermaid coming. So, all right.
that'll work.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
That'll draw people to the theater.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Build
and
that brand.
and a black James Bond. We're gonna have a black
And
female
speaking of
James
building
Bond.
that brand, for those
Yeah,
watching today, again, thank you. We appreciate your time.
yeah,
And please like us, subscribe, or share us, on Facebook or
yeah,
whatever social media you have. Tom's got a whole overview for you.
yeah. Share Shane because he's lonely. Uh,
I am,
you gotta
but
share
I'm
him.
getting sun. It was 74 degrees today, so I'm
All
getting
right,
sun.
sounds good. So,
You guys still have snow.
all right, we do. Yeah, no, it's 80. It's 80 today.
Oh, that's
80 on the
good.
porch, rain. So, all right, we whip this topic enough, Shane? Do you think?
Well, considering the number of comments, yeah, I think we
Yeah, I
did.
would
We
say
did
so.
that.
Yeah, we done all right. So, yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, they got a new movie coming out. Chris
Yeah,
Pratt and everything of
yeah,
this. He's going to be the Harrison Ford of tomorrow, I think.
that's right.
Yeah, so he'll be pretty good. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us then. Let's we'll just call it a successful a day. And as Shane says, don't forget to subscribe, like us, ring the notification bell. You'll always be notified when we're on. And if you'd
Mhm.
like to see stuff like this, or if it sucks, let us know. Comments below. Hit that subscribe button, like us, leave a comment, let us know what you think. And we're here every day. Well, not every day, but every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you're around that time, if not, well, guess what? We we have past shows online, Shane.
850.
Yes, we do. Believe it or not, we have all these shows hanging out here. So you can get those at kmmsam.com. You'll get a link to our radio shows and our podcast, as well as what we do on YouTube and Rumble and iHeart America and all those other places. And if you missed any shows, hey, they're all there. We tape everything. We put everything up. We stand by what we say, don't we, Shane? We don't.
Oh, well, I
We don't
sit,
say.
but I
I don't
sit by what
remember
I say.
saying that. Yes, you did, because you did it on October 10th of 2020. So you said it. It's there. So there you go. All right. So, well, we appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for all the comments and all of that great stuff, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So we thank you very much. So thanks for watching. That's it for us today. And we'll see you on our next podcast, which will be a day and a half from now on Thursday at 5 p.m.
Live.
live and well, I don't know, live.